What do we not care about? Everybody say it with me. 3, 2, 1. The sun. Literal asshole. Yesterday, me and Dodie went to the movies and it was very good. And then we left and we're like, you know how neither of us sleep? Should we go see another movie? And so we did. We ended up getting tickets to a double bill of Guardians of the Galaxy and Volume 2, which was very fun. And then we were like, should we also get sweets and popcorn and drinks? And we did. And I ate them all. And I had a great time. My stomach hates me now. Very sluggish. Very sluggish. Everything in moderation, they say. I'll be moderating sweets for the next 3 years. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, synergy, that's, you know. I made a video a couple of days ago having seen the film and met the cast about celebrities being humans and how we interact with them. What took me by surprise were a number of comments saying things like, this is how I would react if I met you, or this is how I would... This is
what then? I need to know.
Put your headphones on, Jack! Jack is here.
I'm just researching Nazis.
I'll be moving out soon. What you don't see is taped to the back of our loft door, just a big swastika. And then something else someone picked up on in the video was the fact that I'd said I don't think celebrities would remember your interactions. And they were like, well, does that mean you don't remember interacting with your subscribers at conventions? And the truth is that I do and I don't. And I'll tell you why. When you meet nigh on 200 odd people, say, at an event, and it may even be more than that, it's impossible to remember every single moment, and that is not to say that the moments weren't special. It's just that there are so many of them that your brain kind of has a capacity, it can't take everything in. And that's why I encourage people to tweet me pictures that we've taken together afterwards, because then I can start going, oh yeah, this was the person that said that, and this was the person that said that. And then there will be times in subsequent years where people will go, I was the person who said this, and I'll go, what? And I'll attach my mental Rolodex and sort of just go, it was you! So I do remember, but I would say I'm on a sort of micro level compared to an actual celebrity. I'm trying to find the comment that sparked me thinking about all of this. Stop it. Here's one. So someone said we could turn this and ask if you remember all your fans, and I said it's such a weird thing for me still because I clearly have an audience who are passionate about my work, but I'm wary of referring to people as fans because it's like, it feels above my station. I don't feel like I'm the kind of person who could have fans. But then if you want to call yourself a fan of something, who am I to stop you? You know what I mean? It's a weird, it feels like I've got fans, like an ego thing, but I don't know. Here we go. This is why I wouldn't go to Playlist or Sitsi. If I'm just gonna stand in line for hours and get a photo that doesn't mean anything to the person I took it with, what's the point? That misunderstands what I'm trying to say. It's not that it doesn't mean anything to the person. Whenever someone comes up to me and goes, I really like your videos, that genuinely means the world because I do work hard and I put a lot of effort into these things. And so the idea that someone attaches emotional significance to them is really fulfilling, and it kind of, it spurs you on. It makes me feel like, okay, good, people do appreciate what I'm doing, I'll carry on then. So to say it doesn't mean anything to the creator is, I think, misjudging. Hi, Editing Dan. So, the point I was gonna make and then didn't was that when I say the celebrity, or in this case creator, won't remember, it's not that they're not gonna remember you or that the moment didn't mean anything, it's just that they're not gonna remember the minutiae of the conversation. So for instance, if you were crying or if you stumbled over a word, that's not going to be committed to memory. And I guess what I was trying to get across is when we meet people whom we admire, don't worry too much and certainly don't beat yourself up after the fact about accidentally stumbling over the words when you were trying to say how grateful you were. What that person's going to remember is that you said you were grateful, and that's the important part. You got it across, they understood. Back to the vlog. And then I went on Tumblr and I got this question. Hi Dan, I was wondering about something after watching your last VEDA on fangirling and celebrities. How much do you consider yourself as being a content creator versus being a brand? Like, most of the time, content creators on YouTube tend to create a brand or an image of themselves that people popularize. Same with celebs, I guess. Do you ever think about this? I think about it a lot, actually. I think we are in an age where we value relatability and authenticity, so things like Jennifer Lawrence falling over at the Oscars, or Emma Stone crying and watching Labyrinth. Whereas in the past we looked at this kind of idealistic sort of Marilyn Monroe, everyone dreams of being like her, or Jean Harlow, or Betty Davis, or any of these people. Now, we're much more likely to latch onto someone if we feel like we could be just like them, or we could maybe even be friends with them. Which is why I think YouTube has become so popular, because it was just normal people shoving up a camera and talking for a bit. And I don't actually watch a lot of YouTube, but I think the YouTubers I do watch are the ones who treat their videos like conversation. So like, there's a place for flashy editing and there's a place for really well produced stuff, but if you're a vlogger, there's so much to be said for just keeping it simple, I think. And then you have to think about things like YouTube is a business and we have to make a living, and so branding is important. I would just like to think that whenever I think about my brand, it is that of just a guy, really, who has hopes and goals and dreams and likes to do things and hopes that people enjoys what he does. There's this whole idea of a mediated personality, and I suppose I do. I suppose that my mediated personality is me with the volume turned up. Once again, there is no resolution to this discussion, I think, because it's ongoing, it's evolving, we're all figuring it out as we go. I don't think that someone who spent a lot of time cultivating their brand and has like logos and things like that, I don't think they're doing it wrong, and I don't think that they're being inauthentic. Equally, I don't think someone who hasn't spent a second thinking about branding is doing it wrong either. I don't know. There is no proper way to manufacture this. Maybe there is, I don't know. What do you think? Have a chat in the comments about this topic, because it is very interesting. And I'm gonna go away now, just like the ruddy sun did about 5 minutes ago.
Wait, before you turn that off, just say with gusto into the camera, welcome to my channel.
Why?
Just do it.
Welcome to my channel.
His name is Daniel J. Layton.
Thanks for watching.